everybody. Happy Wednesday. So, day 4 of this live stream, and oh my goodness, have I been having some technical learnings this morning. Ah. I'm always gonna be transparent with you guys and keep you in the know with how this is coming along, because in my mind, at some point, and I don't know when, I'm gonna have a real stage with a real team and a real crew. And so this will be very easy for me, and all I'll have to do is talk to you guys. So, but we're not there yet. So good morning. Thank you to everyone who's joining me live. I really appreciate you guys. I really value you guys. Yesterday we were talking about who are you truly? If you've had some thoughts about that, let me know what you've been thinking about and coming up with. So there are many layers to this who are you piece. One of the layers is who are you in the 3D or 4D or 5D, depending. And by that, I mean, who are you in the flesh? And of course, there is who are you outside of the 3D, 4D, 5D. We could call that spirit. Who are you as a spirit, in the spirit? I'm allowing God to fill this space with hopefully some clarity, some awareness, some restoration. Who are you in the 3D? That's one layer. Who are you in the 4D? Who are you in the 5D? Who are you beyond that? And who are you in spirit or as spirit? Right now I'm having a lot of new breakthroughs and awarenesses when it comes to who I am in the physical. We could break it down to who are you as a part of your family tree? Who are you as a part of your family? A daughter, a son? And if you have your own family, who are you as a part of that structure? Who are you as a part of your neighborhood? Who are you as a part of your town? Who are you as a part of your state? If you live outside of the United States, that could be a province or a city. Who are you as a part of your country? Who are you as a part of your work, your position in the workforce? Are you a part of the workforce? That could go back to who are you as a part of your family structure? You could be a stay-at-home mother. I did that for years. Who are you as a part of your friend group? And are you truly any of those things? Or are they a role that you're playing, a mask that you're wearing? And have you been told truths in regards to your position? I think over time, a lot of things, a lot of truths are going to come to light in regards to foundational beliefs in regards to who you are in the physical. And I think it's important to remember that none of these things actually truly define you. Because if you were to transition into pure spirit, how many of those positions, titles would have truly mattered? Maybe one, maybe a few, maybe none. So, who are you truly? There are so many topics that I'm excited to talk about, but I think I need to wait until we're much further along in this journey. Yeah, like maybe next year, maybe fall. Maybe we can talk about some of these things in the fall, see where we are. So we're talking right now about who you are in the physical. But I think an important question to ask is, who do you want to be in the physical? Yes. Who do you want to be in the physical? Which one of these titles, hats, masks would you like to shed? Would you like to retire? Which would you like to put away because you're done with them? I myself have a few that I have been desiring to retire and put away, and a few that I have put away. And I also have a becoming, a me who I would like to become, who I am actively working towards becoming. One of the ones that I am actively shedding, and maybe I've already shed it, I'm not sure, we have to give it a little more time to see if I've been successful, is I'm releasing the concept of being a single mom, the concept of being a single mother. That was something that my Cherie, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch yesterday's episode called Who Are You Truly? My Cherie had this concept and let this define her as being a single mother, because this is often associated with being unsupported, having lack of resources, lack of financial stability, being alone, like having the world's burdens on your shoulders, and it also comes with concepts like being undesirable, right? Like no one would want you, and it's just a complete inner struggle. People think of single mothers as being like an outward struggle, but more than anything, it's an inner struggle. You're struggling with the whys and the hows. Why are you alone? Whatever those circumstances are. Not why you're physically alone, but why are you alone in supporting your children? How did you end up there? What choices did you make? What went wrong? How are you going to make ends meet this month or this time? How are you going to make Christmas happen? How are you going to get a job when you've got no one to watch your children? So it is a role that society has a tendency to look down upon, yet oftentimes not offer any sort of assistance, right? Like it could be family watching you struggle, but not offer a hand. So this is an example of a position, a role, a mask that I decided no longer works for me, no longer fits me. And so I chose to release it. Now, it hasn't been that long since I made this decision. So I'm not quite at the point where I'm like, yes, and I have shed it. I'm no longer, subscribing to the single mother, to the single mother path, okay? So for any of you who may be single mothers out there thinking about this, the reason that I no longer subscribe to the single mother path and way of being and thought process, morphic field being like, these collectives, these small collectives that we as society tend to group ourselves into, right? Like scientists have a morphic field. It's like an electrical field that people who feel strongly about a certain way kind of join in the astral or ethereal, just in the unseen world, basically. And so I joined that collective in my mental, and so therefore I was, going by the rules, playing by the rules. The reason that I no longer subscribe to that is because in my heart of hearts, I know that I will become a wife again. And that there is no time is an illusion, and it is a construct of our physical reality. And so from that perspective, all things are true at the exact same time, meaning that while I'm experiencing linear time, all things are happening simultaneously. I'm already remarried. I'm already a wife to my husband, and therefore I am not a single mother. As long as I hold that idea of being a single mother, I will keep separation between me and the husband that God has chosen for me. So I am not a single mother. No, ma'am. No, I'm a wife. And I no longer choose to be without the resources that I require. I am cared for. I'm cared for by many sources in God. Although in this moment, transparency, I am on state assistance. That is how I am getting by. I have a job, but I also am getting state assistance. So this is the kind of resource that single mothers have. Not all the time, but a majority, right? You are on state assistance. And I know that at some point God is going to put me in a different position, and I'm going to be a wife. I'm going to be married again. I'm being patient with God, but I'm very honest about it, being so excited to get married again. So who do I want to become? Simultaneously, who am I already? Who am I being now? A wife to my husband, while acknowledging God's time, knowing that if and when it is God's will, it will be done. So what are the roles, masks, and positions that you're done with? It could be your job. You could be like, I'm over this job. I'm over my position on my job. Maybe you're just done with the position in your job. Maybe you're not done with the job. Just that position. And I'm going to take it a little bit deeper. What role, position is God asking you to walk away from? Woo! I got goosebumps. What role and position is God asking you to walk away from? And what is holding you back from doing so? I want to show you guys something. I mean, you won't be able to see it, but I'm still going to grab it. One moment. This is my self-concept of the person that I want to become. The person that I'm actively becoming right now. Sure, we can talk about what you want to move away from, and I highly suggest that you do that. Who do you want to become? But I've written it down. You can't see it at all. So I wrote my new self-concept. Lisa Eve. My transition from, battered, bruised wife, trauma, exposed child, abused child, neglected child, single mother, whatever you want to say about that, to the concept of Lisa Eve. What does she do? She's an international TV show host, an international best-selling author. She's an actress, singer, public speaker. What are her defining characteristics? By the way, I'll put this in the comments. For those of you who are watching on Spotify, I keep forgetting to say this. For those of you who are watching on Spotify or listening on Spotify, you can join me live every day at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube by typing in the Lisa Eve show, and subscribe and join me live at 6 a.m. EST every day. If you guys are listening anywhere else, you can catch the replay of every episode on YouTube as well as Spotify. Okay. What are her defining characteristics? She rests in her feminine. She's connected to the all that is. She's patient, divinely organized, trusts the divine, lives from the core of her softness. What are her other characteristics? And if you guys watched yesterday's episode, you would see why I have all of these pieces about feminine and trust, because these were things that my Cherie self was unable to give, to offer, to choose. She had to do something else. She had a different job. That's okay. Other characteristics: soft, full of grace, nurturing, loving, trusts divine timing, has so much money she doesn't know what to do with it. Oh no, she doesn't know how much she has. Has full staff. She's doted on by her husband. She's a tight-knit circle of family and friends. Then I have a day in the life. She's balancing family life with her shows and her commitments. Her family is her number one priority, and she has a schedule that allows her plenty of time to do her work and spend so much time with her husband and children. And then I have like a list of what some of those daily things are, and some of them are things that I don't do that I would like to do, such as working out 4 days a week. I have specifics about how I would like to be eating, like the foods I want to be eating here. Connects with God every day, consciously. I've got some self-care pieces here about what I would like to do as Lisa Eve, right? These are things that I am not used to doing, such as getting a massage. Like, I've never had a professional massage before, but Lisa Eve would, so I'm going to do that. She goes on dates with her children 3 times per month. She goes on dates with her husband at least 2 times a week. She drinks 98 ounces of water a day. She drinks at least 1 smoothie a day, which I'm off and on with that. I'm hit or miss. And then I have, what does she do with God? What does she do for herself? What does she do with her husband? What does she do with her children? And what does she do for humanity? And just these little pieces. So this is, oops. This is my quick version. I have another version that is 2 pages long that just gives way more details. I'm going to put all these little pieces in the comments here on YouTube, so that if you want to make a self-concept for yourself, you can also look this up on YouTube or TikTok. By the way, you guys can find me on TikTok, Lisa Eve. That's, yeah, I'm on TikTok as Lisa. Or is it Lisa Everette? I should be able to tell you where to actually find me. Let me get that information really quickly. Okay, so at Lisa Everette, I'm on TikTok. You can find me there. So yes, this is my self-concept, and this is the me that I'm working to become. So there are these pieces that you want to start taking inventory of, and ask God or ask universe, whatever works for you. You can even ask your higher self. You can ask your inner self. What parts of me, what parts of my life am I ready to let go of, to unsubscribe from? And the way that I did that was I wrote it down. You don't have to write it down, but I have this beautiful ornate journal. For those of you who can't see, it's just a beautiful blue journal with rose gold trim. I got this from Walmart. No, this was Amazon. But it's so beautiful. And just having a special looking book makes me feel like I need to write special words inside of it. And it has these beautiful little holders. And so I write special words in a special book. And I wrote something like, I no longer subscribe to the morphic field, the state of being, the level of consciousness of being a single mother. I now choose to be fully supported, have all of my needs met, financially stable, financially secure, loved, doted on, seen, heard, understood, incredibly wonderful husband by my side. So like just going into great detail about what it is that I do desire. I think I know what we're going to talk about tomorrow, because I just wanted to talk about something, but we don't have enough time to go into that. So I guess that's tomorrow's show. I'm so excited for tomorrow now. Right, so with this little bit of time that we have left, by the way, these shows are going to range from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Now that we have this little bit of time left, my last question is, who are you beyond the physical? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Who are you beyond the physical? God is filling this space. If you will receive it with clarity, awareness, and restoration. Thank you, God. Who are you beyond the physical? There are two books that I would offer for a deep dive into an answer to this question. One is the Conversations with God series by Neil Donald Walsh, and the second is, well, actually there's kind of a few. I am the Word. Oh gosh, I don't want to tell you guys the wrong. The Kingdom. Hang on. This is what happens when I'm not, doing my show. I have an idea and then I have to look it up. Okay, they're telling me the wrong book, The Kingdom. I have it on Audible. I can just find it there. Okay, so The Kingdom by Paul Selig, and also I Am the Word by Paul Selig. Yes, I Am the Word by Paul Selig, Realization, and The Kingdom by Paul Selig. So, to answer the question, who are you outside of spirit? You are an aspect of the divine, an aspect of God. You are walking magic, miracles. You are God made flesh, like a drop in the ocean. You are God walking the earth, an aspect of God, an aspect of pure divinity. And with that, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave them in the comments. And of course, I must ask, what can we be, do, create, say, choose to create heaven on earth right away?